Tap, tap, tap. My window is old and hasn't been securely placed in its frame for years now. Whenever a windy night comes along, the old thing shakes, crashing and bashing like an antique shop through an earthquake. But it was not the wind tonight. They had been visiting me for close to 3 months now. As far as I could tell, there were three of them, but only one would visit at a time. Nearly every night of the week, they have been coming announcing themselves with the subtle yet menacing tap of their dirty long fingernails on my window's old glass. My father told me about them once before he disappeared many years ago. They smile, he would shudder, their hair standing upon your neck, kind of shudder. It's like all your greatest fear happening all at once, spread out across their face like a filthy spray of pus. I was 12 when he told me that. I had no idea what he was talking about, but it terrified me. He disappeared 3 months later, leaving one crumpled up note in the center of my bed. It read, "Our blood is special. They must have it." I am now 19, and now do I understand what he meant? I spoke to one of them last night. Tap, tap, tap. It started like always. My usual tactics is to drown into my headphones, but for some reason I compelled to open my blind and face them tonight. I would only ever see them from the cracks of the blind. So I was taken back. When I finally laid eyes on its demented face, my father was right. Its head was long and oval shaped, skin pale and flaky as the moon. Its eyes were sunken into its skull, dark circles surrounding them. They were bright blue, and the only thing the beast possessed that was human, but in the most disturbing way I could imagine. It was the smile that made me cry like a long, vicious millipede, creeping from one ear to the other. I could tell it was so excited to see me. Drool dripped from its long mouth, and it panted like a dog when it realizes it's about to be fed. I stared at it for hours, tears streaming down my face. The entire time I did not hesitate. When it asked me to cut myself a pair of nails, scissors sat on my windowsill. They did the job just fine. My blood finger pressed upon the window. It salivated, jumping up and down, frantically, obviously, immensely pleased at the sight of my licking finger. Creature's eyes rolled back into its pasty white skull and pressed its face against the cold window. The white beast paused for a moment as it stood there, strong and sharp sniff, its nostrils light, drizzling muscus on the glass. I knew. They wanted to hurt me. They wanted to scream and beg as I thrashed around in front of them like some helpless hand, having its tiny legs torn its torso. They wanted every fiber nerve of my body to scream and cry. But most of all, above all else, they wanted my blood. I do not know the reason or the purpose, but I knew they wanted it. Every last drop of it. I never seen something love anything as much that creature loved my blood. They will come back tonight for the last time. Mother will understand just like she did with father. All I can see is its smile. All I can hear is tapping. I know I will be doing right thing. My blood is special, you see, and they must have it.